You're invited to get into the music every Monday through Saturday night at 8 p.m. here on Allman Rock, WXYG The Goat. I'm your host, Al Neff. There was a time in way back radio where the guy behind the microphone was someone that you could trust to bring you the good stuff and lead you to more and tell you why it rocked, where it came from, and what it led to. I'm that guy. Timing and technology and simple twists of fate, with sex and drugs on the side, created the story and soundtrack of the times as they were changing. Essentially, Into the Music is Rock and Roll 101. I'm the professor. I'll bring treats for the class. Let's meet weeknights and Saturdays, 8 to 9 p.m. to get into the music here on Allman Rock, WXYG, The Goat. Let's get into the music of the Allman Brothers Band now with the very first track they ever recorded from their debut 1969 release. Brothers Dwayne and Greg Allman spent many of the late nights of their childhood in the 50s listening to the black blues sounds of Nashville radio station WLAC. Through those broadcasts, they became fans of artists like Howlin' Wolf, John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, and B.B. King, which set the foundation of their music. But their early career would send them to Los Angeles with a group called The Hourglass, which was marketed by Liberty Records as an American version of the British Invasion sound. In Los Angeles, they earned a reputation as one of the most exciting concert attractions around, but their hard electric blues sound was judged to be unmarketable by the record company, and they weren't allowed to record it. The only archives of that sound were financed by the band itself and recorded back home in the South at Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Those recordings, of course, were rejected by Liberty. The potential of The Hourglass was never realized, and they broke up after 2 albums. But it was through those sessions at Fame that Dwayne Allman's ability was noticed by the studio owner, Rick Hall. He gave Allman the opportunity to do session work with Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, Boz Scaggs, John Hammond, and many other artists of various styles, which challenged Allman to stretch his vocabulary on guitar. So by the time the Allman Brothers Band was formed in early 1969, Dwayne Allman was already one of the best guitarists in the world, although few fans knew it at the time. The band's first single was Blues with a Hard Rock Edge, titled Black-Hearted Woman. That's the one that gets us into the music of the Allman Brothers Band. The early work of the Allman Brothers Band is critically acclaimed as a main link in the fusion of American blues and rock music, and is the beginning of the subgenre of Southern rock. But their music existed on higher levels than any of that indicates. You won't often find a group which drew from so many sources and hit such high levels with their fusion of the elements. Yet their peak of commercial success came later, surprisingly after the death of their leader and founding member. The story from this point forward has ups and downs that rival a Shakespearean tragedy. I'm Al Neff. We hope you'll stay with us to get back into the music of the Allman Brothers Band over the next hour on part 2 after the break.